Welcome, true believers, to your Monday Night Crisis fights. That's right. It's the power phase here on the Professional Casual Network. It's me, the trash compactor of the Professional Casual Network, Tim. And with me tonight is first time MCP player, but normally here in the background doing stuff behind the scenes, it's Danielle Cole.
That's me.
Some call her Dani. I don't know why I call her Danielle.
That's weird.
But
because that's what I am on the Facebook.
Yes,
yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
So tonight we are going to do a teaching game. This will be Dani's first time playing, so we are going to take it slow, go through, kind of learn a little bit of everything. We're not playing with tactics cards tonight, so that we can get, maybe for the first time ever on this particular stream, most of the rules correct.
Cross your fingers. Hoping to rep the coals properly.
It should be exciting. So we are going to be playing the A-Force. Dani's going to be playing the A-Force tonight against an Avengers team of my own, which is pretty much just a handful of Avengers and Daredevil. If you missed it, earlier today we dropped episode 6 of the Lost Omens podcast, which is GM'd by Dani herself.
That's me.
Make sure to check that out anywhere that you get podcasts. Also, on the Patreon, we dropped a video for that today as well. As always, we want to send out a big thank you to BeardedDragonGames.online for providing us the space tonight, as well as a lot of the extra little bits and bobs that you'll see. And you can always check them out at BeardedDragonGames.online. And if you use code ProfessionalCasual at checkout, you will get free domestic shipping.
That's awesome.
I would go there.
Yeah.
D&D minis, D&D books, Warhammer stuff, Warhammer minis, dice, Magic the Gathering, board games, card games, really whatever you want. It's there. Support NLGS because yours is probably closed because of COVID.
Right.
So
support ours.
Yeah.
Shop small.
So let's get right to it. We'll start with Dani's team over here.
Cool.
Let us know who you're going to be playing tonight.
All right. So like you said, I'm running A-Force, and that's led by She-Hulk, which I'm super excited to take because when she was first announced, Dan and I were on our way to the store, and he was driving, so he made me read the picture of the card that he got sent in Messenger, and I did it begrudgingly. So I'm going to run her. I'm super excited. Followed by Black Widow, and different from Black Widow that Dan ran last week, because I don't want to be just like him. I'm also doing Captain Marvel because she's the bomb, and Gamora, who is also the bomb.
Gamora is a beast.
So excited.
I am still, even after being able to kill She-Hulk last week, I am still absolutely terrified of her.
Dan told me you'd be scared.
Yep. Yep. That is completely accurate. And then over here, we are going to run a little bit different of an Avengers list than I normally run. We have Daredevil, who I've never played on stream before. I'm super excited to try him out. Chuck has played him a few times. He seems awesome. So I'm excited to give him a shot. We also have Thor. Also, I'm not sure if I've used him on stream either. I don't think I've used any of these people on stream, actually, outside of Captain America. So mixing it up a little bit.
Nice.
Next is Ant-Man, who usually always does work. Absolutely always gets work done, so I wanted to throw him in there. As well as the man, the myth, the legend himself, Captain America, to get that affiliation bonus. If you saw our post earlier and saw that I was running unaffiliated, I lied. Or I changed my mind at the last minute, because I didn't make my team until I got here.
And you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Dan told me, I was like, do you know who Tim's running? And he's like, no, he said all chicks, but like message him and ask. And I was like, he's not going to know.
So, yeah. So I did actually want to run all chicks, but I couldn't make it work with the points.
Right.
So I decided to run no chicks. Initially, I was going to try to run all dads.
Okay.
Also couldn't make that work.
That would be super fun, yeah.
Right.
If you could make it work, but that would be cool.
But the one I really needed was the new Enchantress model. Would have been a threat 4, and that would have given me the exact 16 I needed. But I don't have Enchantress.
Gotcha.
So we went with that route. So let's get started. We're going to, like I said, kind of go through each step here. So if you at home haven't played before, oh, Dagna, thank you, baby girl.
Yay, Dagna.
That is awesome. Dagna has just gifted us 5 Tier 1 subs.
That's a total of 10.
That's a total of 10.
What a guy.
You know? So already we're off to probably the best episode stream that we've ever had.
You're welcome.
So what we're going to do to start off, when we start, we've both made our teams, we know what our affiliations are, and we know what our threats are. Tonight we're going to be playing the Infinity Formula, whatever you call it, Crisis. We've done this one a few times. All of these blue markers around the, if you want to switch to the, yeah. All of these blue markers here, there's 2 here, 2 here. These are the Infinity Formulas, the serum canisters. During the cleanup phase, any person that is securing them gets a victory point. Also, during the power phase, characters that are contesting it get an additional power. The other ones here, these red bad boys right here, 1, 2, 3, are, super cool books for the Montesi Formula Found. What these do is if you are holding one, these are a extract objective or an asset. If you are holding it during the cleanup phase, you get a victory point, and it also gives you an additional ability to use a range 3 beam attack that is energy that does 6 damage. It's super cool. I really like this particular threat because it gives a melee character like Black Widow or She-Hulk or Gamora the ability to just blast some ass,
Yeah.
So I think it's super cool. I really like these two. And we'll get right into it. So the first thing that you do in a game, once you have your teams assembled, you know what threats you're doing. If you're using tactics cards, you've already picked them out. Is you pick up 5 dice, and you roll for priority.
4, 5.
So we are going to be looking for crits first. I rolled 1 crit and 1 attack success.
Okay.
So you rolled. This will be the first time I think I've ever won priority.
All
this
right.
is exciting. Okay.
Cool.
So normally you would go with whoever has the most crits. If you're tied, then you would go to those other explosive symbols, like right here. Maybe. Yes. Right here you'd do that as a tiebreaker.
Okay.
So I will have priority. So what happens next is we will take turns deploying 1 character at a time.
All right.
So I am going to start with the man himself, Captain America. We're going to run him up the flank here. When you deploy, you choose really any area within your deployment zone, which is within size 3 up from the board. Very thankfully, the cards also happen to be size 3. So you can use the card.
I love that they did that. That's easy.
It's actually super convenient. I actually really appreciate that a lot. You do not need to deploy wholly within 3. You can actually just deploy anywhere within 3. So just towing that line within the card range is fine.
All right.
So I've deployed my first. So now you can deploy.
Now, do you have to deploy with the leader first?
No.
I didn't think so.
Nope, you don't.
But I'm just asking for the friends at home. I am going to deploy with my leader first, and I'm going to deploy She-Hulk. Boom, like that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, as long as part of the base is behind the card, you're good.
Cool.
All right, so She-Hulk's in the middle. As someone who is absolutely terrified of her, we're going to deploy, I think, Ant-Man over here on the side. Right there.
All right. I'm going to do Captain Marvel next.
Also, as we saw last week, an absolute force to be reckoned with.
Bam, bam. I was proud of that last week because I told him who to run.
There was like 2 rounds where she was in binary form where I just didn't know what to do, and she was the only thing there, and I was just like, I can't pass, I can't do anything. All right, I think we're gonna go Daredevil next. We're gonna have Daredevil, I think, back up. Good old Cap here.
All right. We'll do Gamora. Get her over by the tree.
Then last, the only person I think that could even potentially tussle with She-Hulk is Thor. So I guess we'll run him dead center.
All right. And last, I'm going to have Black Widow kind of buddying up with She-Hulk.
Now, we have both finished deploying. If one of us had more characters left, or if one of us had finished pretty early, the other could just, deploy the rest of their things until everyone has been deployed. I believe, since I won priority earlier, I have the ability to activate first. Before we get into the first activation round, we have the power phase.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I believe...
I finally get why the show is called that.
We forget it so gosh darn often. So every character, unless they have an ability that states otherwise, gets 1 power every power phase. Thor has a passive ability called Asgardian, where during the power phase he gains an additional power.
Cool.
And Daredevil gets 1 as well.
Awesome.
And She-Hulk does have something as well, right? That gives her an additional power?
She's got 2, yeah. The Gamma Transfusion.
There you
During
go.
the power phases, character gains 1 additional power.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
All right, so I will take the first activation. We're going to activate Ant-Man first. And what we're going to do is, on his card, he has a couple things here. The big one is their movement stat. I don't know where the best place to show that is. But here on the card, right there, is movement.
Yeah.
You have L's, M's, and S's for long, short, or medium. So he can move medium, which is this tool right here. Maybe. I think I just broke it.
They're magnets.
They're magnets.
I was going to say, are they like magnetics so you can stack them?
They are.
That's awesome.
Sometimes you just piecemeal it. Really, however you feel like you want to move, you
Right.
just put that one together.
It's very loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
You know, the rules are free, so like, what do you want?
So we are going to move... No, let's not do that. That would have been silly. We're going to move over here. Immediate movement for 1 action. Every character gets 2 actions during its turn. Then let's use... Oh, I can't do that the way I want to. Well, that stinks. All right, so we're just going to double move onto this objective. And these red objectives here are secure, or I'm not so... extract objectives or asset objectives. So what you can do to pick that up is you spend 1 power to interact with it. Then you have it. So it is now on Ant-Man. And he has this book, which at the cleanup phase will grant him 1 victory point, and also gives him the ability to use the Mystic Beam attack.
And then one quick thing for new players. These red and blue discs are not actually part of the game. They're helping guides for us playing so we can know when we're close enough to do things and interact with them.
Yeah, so to interact with something, you have to be within size 1 of the objective. So these are actually really nice in that size 1 is the side of any one of the movement tools. So they are this nice little perfect, you know you're in size 1, which means you can interact with it.
Ask Dan if he sent me with movement tools.
If he didn't, here's mine.
I'll
You can
borrow
just use
those.
these.
Are these in here?
Those are it.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Good job, Dan.
So these little green check marks are activated tokens. That means this character has gone this round. And we know that,
I was going to ask why you had more tokens on your people than I did.
yes.
Is that just, that's your preference, or?
Yeah, so, friend of the network, Throlash Gaming, here on Twitch, started doing that during one of the things, and I really liked it. So it kind of lets you know, it lets my opponent know, hey, these characters with activated tokens on the cards haven't gone yet. And then when I put it on the field, that means they've gone, and it helps me keep track of who I have left to use.
Okay.
And, who hasn't gone yet.
Cool. Alright, so I'm gonna follow suit with you. I'm gonna move Black Widow. Now I don't have to move her the entirety, right? Because
You
if I
do
do,
not.
she'll overshoot it. But just slide her, and I just have to come into contact with that?
Yeah,
All right.
anywhere in the red.
Cool. So she's gonna pick that up.
And you spend 1 power that you have
Yep.
to interact with it.
Thank you. That's gone. Alright, and...
The super cool thing about Black Widow is that she has that long movement. So in the first round, it's almost like super important. If you can get one of those objectives, you spend your power to pick it up. A lot of times you can still get to one of those other objectives, like those blue ones, so you can effectively have her be scoring 2 points.
Cool.
And the books are 1 per character?
The books are...
I know a bunch of them new
yes.
ones have been.
Yep,
Yeah.
so in this particular one, you can only hold 1 book.
And now she has 2 actions, so I could move her again.
Yep.
If I wanted to. So I'll move her in this direction. for the entirety of her move.
And if you want to leave that there for 1 second.
Okay.
So one of the interesting things is that when you finish a movement, you don't have to finish it in that little arc. You can tow it along. So it's like this if you wanted to.
Okay.
You have to start in the nubbin. You don't have to end in the nubbin.
All right. I like that. It's kind of like a concave nubbin.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, and then
An open face nubbin.
yeah. I appreciate Wargaming Dad. He's on here trying to help me out, talk me through some stuff because I had an appeal to the crowd yesterday on Dan's Grim Stream of Lore, whatever,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah, I'll be there." I'm like, "Thanks, Wargaming Dad." So thank you.
All right, so Black Widow is activated, so I will go on to my second activation. I didn't do exactly what I wanted to. I kind of messed up a little bit, but we're going to go with, I think, Captain America next. He is a medium movement, and we are just going to simply move him up here, starting him in the nubbin, ending him not necessarily in the nubbin, but just to kind of tow right in there.
All right.
So he is securing it, but he doesn't need to spend or anything because that is a secure objective, which just means you have to contest it, which means having more healthy characters within that ring than your enemy.
Right, Dan did point that out. And Wargaming Dad, you're totally right. I should have had her go the other way. I should have had Black Widow go towards that one, but it's a learning game.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Well, and really, she knew that was going to put her way ahead of me in the first round and didn't want to just completely blow me out of the water in round one. So I do really appreciate it, you taking it easy on me.
And I'm just hoping that you're, like, nice to me. And I've seen the havoc that you've been able to, inflict on our friends. All right, I'm going to go with Captain Marvel next. And I'm just going to kind of copy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Boop. And then I don't have to take anything.
Nope, you don't have to spend or anything. It's
cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that's it, really.
So that's that.
The first round normally can be a little boring. There's not a whole ton going on. It's if you have those long movement people, you're just rushing them to try to get those objectives and move around.
Yeah.
And then round 2 is really where the slugfest starts.
You got to keep this stuff. This reminds me of like the first movement phase in a tabletop Warhammer game where it's like, all right, now I've got to move my 50 clan rats. Here we go.
Exactly. So I think we're going to go, this might be a huge mistake, but we're going to use Thor next.
You just moved Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Is she within 5 of Captain America?
Yeah. No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
What range are her attacks? They're 4.
Are they 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to move Thor next. We're going to try to get him as straight as possible. So we're going to move him once, and then we're going to move just close enough to pick up this objective here. Because She-Hulk is directly in front of us, and
That's true.
I don't really want her super near me.
I want it.
So he is going to spend 1 power to interact with the Montesi Formula book, pick it up, and he will be activated.
All right. I'm going to go Gamora next. Mm-hmm. And she's going right for this guy. Mm-hmm.
Her being long movement is awesome. I really like Gamora. I had never really given her the time of day until last week.
Now, one strategy is, do you have the movement to get to the far one?
Oh, she might.
Oh yeah, these things bend. That's the tits, man. Not quite.
Well, you do, because the model's big enough where as long as it's...
Oh, right.
So it can be a little misleading where you put that movement marker down and you're like, no, I can't get there. But that's the huge advantage, especially to like She-Hulk, who has a bigger base, where she might be only able to move medium, but honestly, with that base, she's pretty much moving along.
Yeah, that is true. Who else? Damn, Hela's on a big base too?
Hela is surprisingly on a big base for like a more lithe character. Hulk is on a big base.
Why is Hela on a big base, I wonder?
I don't know.
Is she medium movement?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe just to give her an extra move distance?
Yeah, very well could be. They didn't necessarily want to make her long because they've kind of restricted that to so many characters. But, all right, we got Daredevil last. for my side. So I think we're gonna go up here and maybe back up Thor a little bit. So we're gonna move once.
And that's a stellar paint job. You did a great job on that.
Thank you. As most of our viewers know, I've never painted anything ever. Big Chuck kicked out of the hood did that, and I am actually like over the moon with how Daredevil came out. He came
awesome.
out really good. It was an alternate style from one of the other comic books. I don't think it was Ultimates. I forget exactly what it was based off of, but it's like spot on. So I'm super happy with it.
Nice.
But yeah, so then Daredevil is activated.
All right. I've got She-Hulk left. I don't know. I don't think she can make it to that blue guy, can she?
If she double moves, she certainly could.
I think so, right? Because I can just boop. And then... Yeah, buddy. All right, we're just going to go to the edge there.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Normally, me in a past life would have gone right up to Thor, like,
So-
let's go. But I don't know that I could have and gotten the book, but I know that this is a point that I can get.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
tactics, baby.
Yeah. So very good actually, because that should tie us up as we're going to the cleanup phase. I forgot to bring a board. Let's see if Dan
Oh,
has
yeah,
one.
right there. I see it.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Dan Cole.
All right. So
Be cute.
And just so we know, the scoring at the players score 1 VP for each canister they're controlling during the cleanup phase. And at the beginning, during the power phase, characters contesting the canister get an extra power as well.
Oh, sweet.
you like orange, correct?
Love orange.
All right. So you will be orange. I
Cool.
will be blue. So you have how many canisters?
1, 2, 3 canisters.
3 canisters for 3 victory points, and you have how many books?
1 book.
1 book. All right, so you're at 4. I have 2 books for 2 victory points, and do I only have 1 thing? All
Yeah.
right. All right.
All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to go home because I won this round. Technically, I have more points than Tim.
I mean,
that
that's
makes me happy. So,
all you need is-
goodbye.
So that is round 1. We'll move into round 2. The cleanup phase ends, and we will go into the power phase.
Okay, so we take these guys off, yeah?
Yes, yep, so we remove all of our activated tokens. If anyone had been dazed here, this is when they would flip to their injured side.
And then She-Hulk gets an extra. Oh, and then the ones contesting get an extra, right?
Yes!
So Gamora.
Yep.
She-Hulk gets another one. Gamora.
Thor
and
gets
Captain Marvel.
2, Ant-Man gets 1,
Cool.
Captain gets 1, and then an additional 1 for being on the serum canister. Alright, so we remain priority, or keep the priority of last round. Had I gone last in the round, then priority would have shifted to you, and you
Okay.
would go first.
All right.
But we have both 4 players each, so I'll keep priority and I will activate first. Do we want to just get this started right away? Or do we want to...
Well, I'm going to take this out.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Good
Yep.
call. So, yeah, let's go for it. We're going to activate Thor,
Okay.
and we are going to move him up medium. And then we are going to spend 2 power, and by 2 I mean 3 power, to activate 4 Asgard. And what this does count as an action. It costs 3 power. This character immediately makes a move action followed by a strike attack action. If this attack action deals at least 1 damage, the target character gains the stagger special condition.
Okay.
This superpower can only be used once a turn.
All right.
Things like charges are super strong. I really like them a lot because they allow you effectively kind of a free action. So we're going to be moving up here so that we are contesting this little thing as well.
Okay.
We're then going to use a strike. Thor's strike is a strength 6 physical attack,
Woof.
and you have to be within range 2 to use it, so all melee attacks are range 2. So we're certainly within that as we're base to base. We're going to roll our attack, and we actually did pretty good. So we have 2 crits, Didn't do well when I set this up, did I? So we have a couple crits. And anytime you roll a crit, you can roll an additional dice. So that's going to turn into actually quite the roll. Certainly wasn't expecting that. So we have 2 crits. They count as successes. 2 of these little explosion things. Those are just regular hits on an attack, which count as successes. And a wild also counts as a success. During this attack, Thor, if he rolls a wild, also can throw. Before damage is dealt, if the target character is size 4 or less, this character may throw it away small. So I have 5 attack successes, and now you will roll your physical defense.
All right, so she's got 3. So what am I looking for here?
So you're going to be looking for shields, crits, and that little swirly wild symbol.
Okay.
So you got 2 blanks and a attack success.
Okay.
So that's 0 successes.
All right.
So you will take 5 damage,
Woof.
which I certainly was not expecting.
4, 5.
But before damage is dealt, I'm going to throw you.
Okay.
And I believe it has to be away. May throw the character away small. So how you throw is you use the movement tool, and you can throw them effectively from you into something else. So I'm going to throw you into this car.
So the car moves, right?
So the car, yeah, so you collide with the car, it gets destroyed.
Boom.
You take a single damage from colliding with it.
Okay.
And then you take the 5 damage from the attack.
All right. So, question. So her gamma transfusion, superpower, right? It says after an attack targeting this character is resolved, if this character suffered damage, it may advance small toward the attacking character. So I can move back towards
you.
So
You can
small,
move right back into me.
All right, cool.
Also, as taking that 6 damage, you also gain 6 power.
Right.
Because for each damage you take from it.
Did we also clarify from her ability, have you heard anything? She took damage from your attack and the throw. Does she get power to allocate twice from her leadership?
They're both enemy effects.
Well,
so I would assume
don't know
so.
if it's like considered one effect. I haven't heard.
I believe they're considered 2 effects.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware. So your affiliation ability, when you take damage, and you took 2 instances of damage here, allows you to add 1 power to another character.
Right. So can you repeat what you said? So it's 1 power or it's all?
It's 1 power per instance of damage.
So it's 1 instance of damage, so it's 1 power.
So it's both the attack then the throw. So that's the 2 instances.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I allocate those to different characters?
You sure can.
And I think it's 1 per turn per character. Or 1 per...
Yes, it says the character may not gain more than 1. Okay, from this leadership ability per turn. Super. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna dole both of those out to Black Widow.
I think it's 1 per character. So like she can get 1 and then...
You're right. You're right.
So then the other big part of this attack... Oh, if you want to move...
I'm going to move her back smallish. Ish.
Is I never remember what the icon is for this, but because of the 4 Asgard bit, you do become staggered.
And so...
You have no... What are your immunities? Sorry.
Poison.
Poison. Okay.
That girl is poison.
So what Stagger does is the first action of She-Hulk's turn, she has to do what's called a shake.
Gotcha.
You can do a shake at any time, and it removes 1 condition.
So that would be like stun, bleed.
Stun, bleed, yep.
Okay.
Stun, bleed, shock, poison, though she's immune to poison. Slowed. I think there's some other ones. But yeah,
Gotcha.
So it forces you to kind of lose that first turn, or first action of your turn.
All right. Cool.
All right, so he is activated. That is his 2 actions. And you are up.
All right, so I'm going to activate She-Hulk now.
So you are forced immediately to shake that stagger. Yep.
And so then it's just gone.
Yes. Yep, just gone.
All right. And then I want to do the defense rests, which is 5 power.
Ooh, okay.
4, 5. So I get 9 dice.
And this is a physical attack, right?
Yes, it's a physical attack. It says if this attack deals damage, after this attack is resolved, the target character gains the slow and stun special conditions.
Oof.
If the target character already has a slow, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So if you're already slow, you get stagger. So, don't roll like Dan.
Dan rolls good.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't actually watch the stream. I mute it.
So you did roll a crit.
Okay.
So that means you can roll an additional die
Extra
into your
die.
pool here.
Okay.
All right, so not awful. So these are the regular attack success.
Okay.
Wilds also count as successes.
All right.
Skulls are dead. Even if you could
Right.
reroll them, you can't.
So that one's out.
Yep, and the shields and the blanks are also out.
Okay. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So the
Yep.
shield is a
Shield.
defensive
Done.
success.
Yep.
So yeah, so you got 4 successes.
Okay. Almost 50%.
And a wild. Does the wild do anything specific on her? Or? Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so.
Okay. So Thor has 4 physical defense dice. So we're going to see what we get here. That is a crit, so we'll roll an extra dice for a wild, which counts as a success. All of these would be successes on attacks, but not on defense.
Because you gotta have the shield for
Yep.
defense. All right.
So you did 4, I blocked 2, so I take 2.
Cool.
And I am slowed
Slowed and stunned.
Stunned. So what slow does is, it, regardless of what my movement is, it reduces it to a short move.
Okay.
And what stun does is, whenever I would gain power, I only gain 1.
All right.
So on a lot of characters, doesn't do too awful much, but in an instance where, say, I took the 5 damage that I did to She-Hulk, I'd only gain 1 power from it instead of 5.
Gotcha.
Also, because he is an Asgardian, when he would normally gain that additional power at the start of his turn, he doesn't gain it anymore.
All right.
And do you have any other abilities that you would like to use on your turn? I think She-Hulk has a throw, maybe?
She does. It's got to be within
Well, that's her
2.
second action.
Yeah, that is because I had to shake and then that.
I don't believe the throws count as an action.
Gotcha.
Oh, you like superpower?
Yeah.
Choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character, both of size 4 or less, and within 2, and throw it medium.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna use it. We're gonna clear the court.
There you go.
Boom. Okay.
Throws are one of my favorite things in this game.
Boop, boop. All right. So I'm gonna throw you. Can I throw you into the building?
You absolutely can.
Yes. And then you take a damage from that, right?
I do.
Kablam! Sorry, we're getting very dramatic.
Nope, the building
Nope,
stays.
it stays. Where does he
Because
go?
He is, so you just put him right next to it, wherever you want. Because the building is a size bigger than Thor, 'cause Thor's 2, correct?
Yep.
The building will stay.
Okay.
If you had thrown him to the tree instead, the tree would have disappeared.
Would have gone. Cool.
But you always stop a throw when you collide with something, whether it's destroyed or not.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I slam into that, I take 1 damage. The other huge part of that is I'm now off the point and am no longer
did
contesting it.
And I'm on it. The Wargaming Dad, I did it before you even told me to.
So yeah, well done. So she's activated, she did
Woo.
damage, she threw Thor.
She did a thing. All right. Bye.
Okay.
Just kidding.
So next, I think I'm going to activate Daredevil. So we are going to move him medium. We're going to get him right
Oh boy.
in these young ladies' faces.
All right. Come on over.
And let's check to see if he's within range 2 of Black Widow. Looks like he is, so he is fine. Black Widow does have an ability called Stealth,
Yes.
where if you are outside of range 3 of her, you simply can't target her at all.
Which is awesome.
It is super
So
awesome.
cool.
I believe she has another ability too, Mixed Martial Artist or something like that.
Yes, I was just reading that. So when this character is defending against a physical, or what's the swirly one?
Energy.
Energy attack targeting it from within 2, this character adds blanks in its defense roll to its total successes.
Sweet. Alright, so we are gonna... I'm a little nervous about Captain Marvel. Also, her defenses are a little bit higher. So we are gonna go after Black Widow since we're within range to attack her with her stealth.
Okay.
So we are going to strike her. This is a Strength 5 physical attack. On a wild, it stuns. And at the end of the attack, after the attack is resolved, Daredevil will gain power equal to the damage dealt.
All right.
So we rolled 1 total success.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to be doing anything here, but you can roll your physical defense.
Okay. And
So-
then, so blank, yeah.
So if it wasn't for the Miss Martial Artist, you would take a damage here,
Right.
but because you count blanks, you take nothing.
Cool.
Daredevil is activated and is a big whiffa.
So she's got Counter Strike. It says after an attack against this character is resolved, it may use this superpower. If the attacker is within 3, roll 4 dice. Deal 1 damage to the attacker for each exclamation point and wild
Yep,
rolls.
each
Can I
wild.
do that?
You can absolutely do that. It
Yeah.
doesn't take an action, it just costs a little bit of power. Honestly,
Cool.
a great call, especially if you took no damage.
Sorry. Roll 4 dice. Okay. I was reading the wrong thing. Here
So
we
there
go.
are a few characters, go for it,
Okay.
that have these counterattacks. I think Barazimo has one, Black Widow has one. They're super nice, especially because
Yeah.
you can use them after you take damage. Had I done damage to you and you didn't have enough power, you can then counterattack with it. No
Yeah.
successes
No.
there on it, but
That's alright.
still. To have the ability to potentially do more damage than I did on my turn to me, it's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Well, no.
The benefit here is that Thor is totally primed to be beat up by Gamora here.
Right.
But he's also already activated, so he's not going to move, he's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
So you can kind of almost save this for later.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And she's on that point. I
Yeah.
kind of want to leave her there.
Right.
Because I'll get, I want a victory point from it.
So over here, though, granted, Daredevil's already also activated, so you
Right.
can pile on him here and not worry about really any recourse. I think he does have some attack back stuff, but yeah, you have a lot of options here.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you could fly Captain Marvel over, have him fight Captain America, hopefully maybe get him off the point or move him a little bit.
Right.
And then have Black Widow take that point, and then you'd be controlling all 4. That's the riskiest one. Ant-Man's kind of over here not really doing anything. He's kind of
Right,
too
and
far
he
to do
hasn't-
anything too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything. I was like, maybe the chat will help me. No, I don't need your help, but I kind of do. Yeah, let's do Captain Marvel, and let's, like you suggested, let's fly her over to Captain America.
Okay.
How does flight work?
So flight actually works pretty cool. So normally, if you are not taller than a piece of equipment, you have to climb it. And when you climb it, you move small, but you continue to move forward.
Okay.
If you have flight, you count as being size 5 for moving over terrain. So anything that's size 5 or less, you just move over with your normal movement.
Okay.
So you fly over
Cool.
cars, people, buildings.
So she's...
Which I just realized that means Crossbones has fly all the time.
Crossbones is always flying. Yes.
Alright. So
He
here we
definitely
go.
needs a nerf.
And the only rules for landing on stuff is the model just has to fully fit on there.
It's like... So?
You could.
Ish,
What I
or?
would suggest doing is maybe staying on the... Well, yeah, so it's kind of weird. So you're now contesting this point.
Uh-huh.
So neither of us get points for it
Right.
if we're both contesting it. If you stopped the movement there after the first move, you could then blast him,
Okay.
but then you're not getting a point, and I'm still on the point. So
Right.
it's kind of that weird... Here you're denying us both,
Right.
but no damage is dealt.
Right.
But...
I just want the points.
I mean, you're already in the lead. Honestly, denying points and while securing your own
Right.
is
That's
the
kinda
way
what
to
I'm
go.
thinking. Yeah. Look at me, I'm so grown up. How ridiculous.
You
All
are
right.
the most tactful player, or tactical player, that we've had on stream yet.
Me?
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks. All right, what is she going to do now?
Well, that was 2 actions.
That was 2 because it was 2 moves. Stuff. Okay.
But I believe she has a throw called the Danvers Special, and
Yes.
there is stuff right around you could chuck at.
Yes. So, yeah, choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character, both of size 3 or less, and within 2, and throw a medium.
Oh, even better. So you could throw Captain America as well.
And if I throw you...
So yeah, you have 2 options here. So throwing something at Captain America would do damage equal to the size of the terrain feature plus 1.
Right.
So I would roll my physical defense, say you threw the Mack truck at him, that would do 4 damage, and I would roll my physical defense to try to block as much of it as I could. If you throw Captain America into something, he just takes an automatic 1 damage. So it's kind of a chance that I take nothing, or more,
Right.
or 1 guaranteed damage.
But if I throw him, then he's not on the objective anymore.
That is incredibly true. The other third interaction, I don't think he's probably within range to do it, would be you can always throw characters into other characters, which is awesome.
Yeah.
The character colliding with their teammate takes 1 damage, while the other one has to defend against being collided with.
Okay.
Using
That's
the size.
really cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
The one thing you have to be careful, though, is when throwing a character, you measure from the character.
Yes.
Oh my god, sorry. Chuck just said in the chat he's taking 2 build boosts today, and I'm about to eat an 85-year-old. Oh my god. That's really funny.
We have heard stories before. There's a couple guys that are on Chuck's show every once in a while, the Birdstein and Birdstein.
I've heard of them, yeah.
One of them killed 3 people in a Planet Fitness after
Jesus.
taking a built boost because he was so jacked up.
That's why I'm doing so well. I'm drinking a build boost right now.
Oh, okay. Is that the
Hell
lemon
yeah.
lime one?
No, it's the tropical one.
Oh, okay.
I have to drink those. Dan doesn't like them.
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
like
not.
those
They're
ones.
not. So if I throw him at the Mack truck, he hits it and stops.
Yep.
All right. But if I chuck him at the tree...
He would also stop when he hits it, but
Gotcha.
I'm now further away. Probably.
Gotcha.
So, like, if I'm here, I'm within range 2 of you and could attack you on my turn twice.
Right.
If I'm over here, probably outside, so not only would I have to move to attack you,
Gotcha.
I can't just attack you twice.
All right. Let's throw you at the tree.
Is it any direction throw, or is it a throw away? That's the one other question.
Oh, good question. And just throw it.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful. So that's even a better one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to throw you at this tree.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
And just... And
Boom.
then move the tree.
So, Cat takes 1 automatic damage, can't do nothing about it, and gains a power from that damage. Alright, good turn.
Alright, you can't tell Dan, but this is actually kind of fun. But don't tell him I said that.
Okay. Chat, just make sure that no one repeats that, so Dan doesn't find out. Okay, so I think we are going to go with... Let's put a little bit of pressure on you and go with Ant-Man.
Okay.
We are going to spend 1 power to change size.
Yay.
So we are going to go from normal-sized Ant-Man to tiny Ant-Man. We are then going to use a power which he has, which costs 0, called Hitch a Ride, where you can place this character within range 3 of its current position. The superpower may only be used once a turn. So he hitches a ride on a little flying ant and goes over here.
All right.
We are then going to... What are we going to do?
I'm going to back up for 1 second.
Yeah.
I didn't pay any power to do the Danvers special, right?
Yeah, there is a power cost
Right, but I
associated.
didn't pay it already, right?
I don't
think I
believe
did.
so.
Okay. Just want to keep it honest.
Because you would have gained 1 from the power phase, 1 from the serum canister, and another
And
one
I
for the power
gave her
phase.
1 from...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Cool beans.
Sorry.
Sorry. So then we're going to move him. In this form, he moves short. So we're going to move him, yeah. And I think we're going to call it a day right there. I do have another action, but I don't have any power to change size, and I'm too far away from Black Widow to attack her while tiny. So we're just going to hang out right here.
All right. So I'm going to go with...
Oh, wait, sorry, hold
go ahead.
on.
No, yeah.
I forgot. I was holding this book. I'm an idiot. And I dropped it back here
Oh, no.
when I turned tiny, because he cannot hold objectives when he's small.
Dang.
Shoot.
That's a bummer. Yikes.
But yeah, go ahead.
All
That was
right.
a huge mistake.
Oh, no. I'm going to go with Black Widow next. And I'm going to move her to contest that and hit one of your people. Because why not? Because she can do strike or pistol for no power. Because she doesn't have any power.
Yeah. So who are you going to pop a cap in?
She should have power.
Nope, she used it to counterattack.
Yep.
Oh, okay. There we
Yep.
You also
Yeah.
have that book, which gives you a beam 3 attack.
Right.
You could hit both of them. Because
Okay.
beam attacks, you use the actual rangefinder,
Gotcha.
and anything that it hovers over is targeted by the attack.
Okay. Can I do the attack first and then move?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's do that beam attack, because that's fun.
Yeah.
And a thing.
Who would you like to target first, Ant-Man or Daredevil?
We'll do Ant-Man.
Okay.
All right.
So that is a Strength 6 energy attack. All right, that's starting off with
So
a great
that means
roll.
I get to roll another one, right?
Sure does. Wow. All right.
All right. Cool.
So you're
So
at
1, 2, 3, 4,
5
5.
successes.
Oh, right. Cool.
Really good. All right, so I have only 2 energy defense against 5 damage, so I'm definitely taking something. I block 1. Let's see. Tiny Superhero. This character may reroll any number of defense or dodge dice. Additionally, this character cannot hold objective tokens. So I'm going to reroll that blank. Hopefully block 2 damage. Turn that blank into another blank. I block 1 out of 5 and take 4 damage. That is a ton on a little boy like Ant-Man.
Aw. Little guy.
That was really good. He's only got 1 HP left on this side.
Ooh.
The good thing about using this attack before you moved is you could probably take him out with a pistol shot or something.
Yeah, that's true.
So now you're rolling the same attack against Daredevil.
Gotcha. Here we go.
Wow! All right.
And you had a crit.
So those
Oh,
wilds are all successes and a crit. All right, but
All right.
still, another 5 damage. Whew! So Daredevil has 3 energy defense. He also has radar sense. When defending against physical or energy attacks, this character adds blanks in its defense roll to the total successes. He also has Man Without Fear. After an attack targeting this character is resolved, this character may use this superpower. If the attacker is within range 2, this character may make a strike targeting it.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to roll our 3 energy defense. We add blanks, so we block 2 out of the 5.
Okay.
So we take 3.
Oof.
Black Widow's dealing damage with that Montesi formula.
Throlash said, squash like a bug joke. Throlash, I'm attacking with Black Widow. She's a spider. She's
Oh,
gonna eat them.
Or she killed her husband. What could it be?
Whatever. I don't know. Go ahead.
So yeah, so I take 3 damage and I gain 3 power, and I am going to use that Man Without Fear. I'm going to spend 2 to punch you back for blasting me.
Okay. It's only fair.
So that happens right away. So this is a Strength 5 attack. All right, that's a pretty good roll.
Okay.
So we have 2 crits. So I'll roll 2 additional dice. Turns into 2 successes. All right.
Okay. And that's physical, right?
That is physical. That is 5 successes.
Yeesh. She deserved it.
So she adds blanks to successes because a martial artist, and she rolled a wild. She blocks 3 of the 5.
So 2 damage, and then she gets 2 power from that, right?
Yep.
Cool.
If
And
you
also,
wanted.
you have your superior ability, so you can put power on somebody who hasn't gotten power yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right. All right, yeah, thank you. So She-Hulk, I'm going to add her power to Captain Marvel.
All right.
Yes, okay.
And you did gain 2 power from that. If you wanted to counterattack that strike, you could.
And that's not another action, yeah?
It is not another
Okay,
action.
yeah, I'm going to spend that power to do that. Why not? Blah, 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 blah. 4. 2, 4. Counter-strike the counter-strike. Alright, so 2
You did roll a
crits
wild. So, yeah, so on the counter-strike, it's only
the
crits and wilds that count.
Cool.
But you got one.
Yeah.
And I can't defend against it. That's the cool thing about the counterattack is it just goes through.
Yeah.
If you rolled one of those, I just take that damage. So you do another 1 back to Daredevil. So now both Daredevil and Ant-Man only have 1 HP left.
Oh.
The 2-threat Black Widow just crunched Ant-Man and Daredevil.
I don't know if it's better to just move on to the objective and then neither of us get points, or,
So, yeah.
you know, if I do blast, but I could get no hits and then you get that point.
Correct. So I think I think your first assessment is probably right. If you get on that point, you deny it.
Right.
So that means 2 of my characters aren't getting any points because Ant-Man had
Right.
to drop that book back here. You've taken this from Captain America. And next round, this is the strategy I like to use a lot, is if someone has 1 HP left, I'll often leave them alive, especially if they've already gone. Because if you daze somebody by doing their HP and damage to them, they haven't activated it yet, they lose that turn.
Gotcha.
It's gone.
Okay.
So very realistically, next turn, if you went first or if you activated with Black Widow first, if you did 1 damage to each of them, they would lose their activation that entire turn.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to move her onto this, and I only have to be, like, touching it, right?
Yeah.
Boop.
Just got to put a little pinky toe in and you're good to go.
Beep, beep. All right. Cool. She done.
All right. So, all I have left is Cap. Whew.
Yeah, Wargaming Dad pointed out I should have waited to do that last
Yeah,
to try and see what you would do with Cap, which is fair.
it is.
Yeah.
All right, so this is rough. I don't know if I want to... I don't think Cap is going to have enough movement to get over here to that book. Even if he is contesting this, I guess he could get 1 point. But I think it would be better to try to get over here, and this is why Wargaming Dad said that, is I could potentially get you back off of that point and
Right.
get on it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to move right up, tow myself in. And I'm going to spend 2 power on a shield slam as my attack.
All right.
This is a strength 6 attack.
Wolf.
It is physical.
Okay.
And if the target character is size 2 or less after this attack is resolved, it may be thrown small.
All right.
The cool thing about this is a lot of throws are on wilds. This one just happens. It does cost power though. So I rolled a crit, a wild, and a success. So you are defending against 3 physical.
All right, and I've got 3 dice to do it. Let's see, baby girl. Nah.
That would have been a great attack.
Right?
All right, so you take 3 damage.
Okay. And then she gets 3 power. Sorry, I'm more saying it to myself so that
No,
I
it's
can remember.
good to be in that habit.
And if anybody has not gotten power yet from your leadership ability, you can give them 1 more power.
Right.
Well, it's a new turn, so you can put it on anyone, really. So it's only once a turn you can put it on someone, but this is a new turn.
Let's do Black Widow. She has no power.
So I am going to now throw you small. And do I want to park you inside of that Mack truck? Regardless of the size of the garage. Or, I think it has to be away. No, it's just thrown, so I can throw you in any direction I please.
Sweet.
So let's bust this car because I'm scared of you using it to hit me later. So we're going to toss you into this.
Plan.
This gets destroyed as it is your size or less. You take 1 damage from the collision.
Gotcha.
And I think I'm an idiot, and I think I kept you in the...
No.
Yeah, so I think you're still contesting it. All right.
And you also get to allocate another power.
Yes.
Nice.
Man, when we remember that affiliation, it is very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you play Magic, I associate this to the card Ristic Study,
Yeah.
that you're always doing something on somebody else's turn.
So your last activation, I think, right?
Yes. All I've got is Gamora.
You do.
I'm a pass. Can I
You
do
can't.
that? I can't pass.
You got to do something.
She-
But what you can do is, I believe that one of her physical attacks is range 3.
Yes.
How much does it cost?
4.
Okay, so you don't have enough for
I
it.
don't.
Let's see. So you would have been in range 3 to use that attack at least. Let's double check to make sure you aren't within range 2. I mean, it's pretty close. So yeah, your options here are, do you want to get off the point? Or, if you do get off the point, you can certainly probably make it.
I mean, could she toe the line for 1 movement and shoot?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. So you might be able to move just small enough to be within range 2.
Okay.
That's a really good thought. So let's put
Okay.
this down to see what your base would have to be touching. Oh, you totally can.
All right.
So yeah,
Let's do it.
good call, Anthony.
So I'm going to do Godslayer.
Is that your basic attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's no power. So after this attack is resolved, this character gains power equal to the damage dealt.
Mm-hmm.
And if...
That's also an appropriate name.
It is. Actually, very specifically
Right.
so.
2, 4, 6. Right. And then...
Ooh. Okay.
Bang.
All right. So,
So
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 attack successes and the crit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
All right. And she does have a passive. It didn't come up here, but I forget what it's called there at the bottom.
Yeah,
but
Deadliest Woman in the Galaxy.
whenever she rolls a wild, she can turn one of the other dice she rolled into a hit.
Okay.
So she can
That's
be
pretty cool.
incredibly good.
Yeah.
All right. So Thor has 4 physical attack or physical defense dice against this. Ooh. You did 4 damage.
Yes.
So you daze Thor. He takes 3. He has 6 on this side. He gains 3 power from that. He's dazed. So you, because
And you get the bleed special condition too.
Oh, it doesn't matter because I'm dazed.
Oh no.
So it's So what would normally happen is once you are. So yeah, I will put it on me.
Okay.
When you are dazed during the
right?
cleanup phase, you flip over your character and you remove all status conditions from them.
Okay.
What bleed would normally do, say you had done all but 1 damage to me, or you'd only done 2. Bleed would go on, and at the end of Thor's activation, he would just take a damage unless he decided to use a turn to shake it.
Gotcha.
So because I'm holding an objective, I drop it.
Okay.
How this works is the opponent, which would be you in this situation, take the token and place it somewhere within range 2 of me.
Okay.
So you can absolutely drop it right on Gamora, pick it up. It costs 1 to interact with it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And secure yourself, her having 2 objective tokens. Or securing and holding. So that was a very good turn. We move into the cleanup phase.
All right.
So let's take a look at where we're at here. So going into round 3, I score first as I have priority. I gain nothing. 0 points. Because I didn't throw you far enough out of the point over here, and we are both contesting this one here. So no one gets points
Gotcha.
here, no one gets points here. And you knocked 1 book out of me, and I knocked the other book out of myself. So I gain nothing here.
All right.
Then we move over to you. You are securing 2 points. So that's 2 for that. And how many books do you have?
I've got 2 books, Black Widow and Gamora.
So you
Each have a
gain
book.
another 2.
Oh, Dan pointed out Gamora had 1 more action, but
No, she did. She moved
Right.
slightly to be within range,
and then she did the attack.
and then she did the
yeah,
attack.
So there, Dan.
Stop. I mean, you gotta teach this guy. Maybe
Who's teaching whom
maybe
here?
you can give
you
some
know?
lessons to him when you get home. All right, so we're moving into round 3. I keep priority
Okay.
as Dani went last.
So
All right, we got to make some tough calls. Let's clear these objective or activated tokens.
It's 1, and you get 2.
Doo-doo.
I should have been a music teacher.
And Thor's. Okay, so during the power phase, Thor flips over to his injured side. If you daze a character a second time after they've been flipped over to injured, they just die.
Gotcha.
So Thor is on his injured side now.
Did you give She-Hulk and Gamora an extra energy?
I did not.
Yeah,
And
so
Black Widow.
She's
And
not-
Captain Marvel.
Black Widow.
Because they're all contesting.
So Daredevil is not contesting. He just gets his 1. Thor gets 2. He's an Asgardian. Ant-Man gets 2. And Cap gets 2. Alright, so we got to make some real important calls here very quickly. So, first is first. Let's try to do a bunch more damage to She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So we're going to activate Thor first. The reason I'm doing this is because he is injured and She-Hulk is right there. She-Hulk could very easily just take him out of the game. So I'm activating him first to make sure that he gets an action. Because if
Gotcha.
he gets taken out, he's not going to get one. So we are going to spend 3 on 4 Asgard. And we're going to, that's the thing that allows him to move and then make a strike. So we are going to move him right, kind of dead center here.
Okay.
Do I have to throw you away if I throw you? It is away. So we are going to move there. So we're kind of just inside.
All right.
But the way I want to throw you is on the opposite side of me. And then we make that strike. This is strength 6.
Woo.
Physical. What other powers does he have? I haven't really read this character before. Strongest Avenger. Okay. So we're rolling 6 dice. We roll 3 blocks, a blank, a skull, and 1 single success. So I do not get to throw you. You are defending against 1 physical success.
All right.
Beat that.
3. I'll do my best.
You are golden.
Boom.
Okay. So let's strike a second time.
But this time.
With feeling. So the reason I am able to attack twice is that for Asgard allows you to move and then attack with a strike as a single action.
Okay.
So I do have this second action left.
Cool.
Let's see what we get.
There
We get
you go.
3 successes.
All right.
No wilds though, so no throw. 2 crits. All right. So out of the 3, you block 2.
All right.
So you take a single damage.
And you get to use your affiliation ability to allocate a power to whoever you want.
Nice. We're gonna go Captain Marvel on that one. Cool.
All right, so let's keep going. I've used both of my actions, but I am going to use a superpower.
Okay.
It costs 3. It's called Strongest Avenger. Choose an interactive terrain, feature, or an enemy character, both of size 4 or less, within range 2, and throw it medium.
Okay.
So we're going to pick up She-Hulk.
Pick her up, put her down.
And I kind of want to throw her into the tree, but honestly, that's not far enough away from me. So we are going to just throw her directly back. And she did not get staggered from 4 Asgard, which I was really relying on because I didn't deal damage. So
she takes 1 damage from that, right?
No, I didn't throw you into anything. So you have to collide. So yeah, I just needed you further away from me.
The good news about that, though, is I can't use her grandma, her gamma transfusion because she didn't take damage, so she can't move small back to you.
Correct.
So
that was the main reason I did not want to throw her into the tree as badly as I wanted to throw her into the tree.
It's tempting.
It is.
It's so tempting. All right.
And he is activated.
So, again, trying to be a grown-up here. Normally I was like, all right, I'm just going to attack Thor back. No. I'm going to activate Black Widow.
I was really hoping you wouldn't do that. I was really hoping doing that would have you activate She-Hulk. But
nope.
You're not your husband. You don't fall for my simple plans.
She's going to use that Mystic Beam and blast your boys here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So let's do Ant-Man first.
There's no way you could possibly do 1 damage to Ant-Man. All right, so you got 3 successes. Whew. All right, I can do this. I gotta roll a success, a crit, and then another success off the crit.
It's possible.
It is possible. I've done it before. I forget. I think I was playing Charlie, and I was rolling 2 defense dice, and I was like, all I gotta do is double crit, and then get 2 more successes, and I'm fine. And then it happened. So let's just watch that happen again. Or 2 blanks. Okay. He is tiny and a superhero, though, so we can re-roll any number of defense or dodge dice. Just wanted to make it seem like it was a little bit closer than it was before I rolled these 2 crits.
Now,
All right.
Oh, that one?
Now, the one thing about this, though, is that the reroll is after the crit pool.
It is. So, you're right. So,
for
re-rolled.
for new players, this reroll doesn't add.
You are
Okay.
very correct. I got super excited there for a second. It wouldn't have worked anyway, but yeah, so if you roll a crit, and that crit generates that additional die, and you roll a second crit, that does not, it doesn't keep exploding.
All right.
So I block 1 out of the 3, I take 2. In this particular situation, I only take 1 damage, so I only gain 1 power. He is now dazed. He loses his activation, and yeah.
Cool. All right. And now Daredevil.
Yes, ma'am. Whoa! Wow! Wow! Okay.
All right. So how much?
So that's
2, 3, 4, 5.
Keep going.
The wilds count too?
The wilds count as successes on both attacks and defenses. Yep.
All right. Gee whiz. 1,
So-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, dance school is calling me to tell me that they're not going back ever.
Whew. Okay. So I don't believe I can do this, but let's try to send her out anyway. So we're rolling 3. I got no successes at all. He takes the 1 damage he had left and is also dazed.
All right.
So he only gains 1 power because he could only take 1 damage more.
Right.
But he is also dazer caged.
Doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop.
And you still have another full action.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wish. If I. I don't know what else you can do because I can't attack them more.
Honestly, you're fine staying there. You get
Yeah.
the point. When they're dazed, they do not count as contesting.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
And even if they were there, because she is still healthy, she would get the point anyways.
correct. Yep.
I say right as if I knew that. All right. So she's just hanging out.
Yeah. Killed it.
with
All
her
right.
book. Thank God for this book. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that she would not have, but none of her other attacks can do that much. So.
No, she's 2 threat, and she's probably done more damage than anyone on this
Yeah,
on this particular
totally.
show has. All right, so I can only choose to activate Cap next, because he is the only one that is not either already gone or is close to dead.
You could pass, right?
I could,
Because you have priority.
because you have more characters left to go than I
Okay.
do.
All right.
So yeah, if we both had 1 character left to go, I could not pass. But as
Okay.
long as you have more than me, I could.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
nervous.
read up on the pass. stuff.
I'm nervous to do that because I feel like Captain Marvel has a decent amount of power. Not only does she have a decent amount of power, she has enough to go binary, which costs 5, but gives her 2 additional attack dice and 2 additional defense dice. So she will absolutely crush Cap here if she does that. So I think we are going to go and just do our best to try to daze her.
Okay.
So she cannot flan us. So we are going to use... How much HP does she have left? Or how much health?
She has 2 left.
2 left. So I have to do 2 damage. Alright, so let's start with a shield slam. Like we did before. We can guarantee at least 1 damage off this from making her collide with something. So we're going to do that. We spent our 2. This is a strength 6 physical attack. For 3 damage.
All right.
Alright, so you do take it all.
Okay.
If the target character is size 2 or less after this attack resolved, it may be thrown. So you take the damage before, so I do not get to throw you, but you are now dazed.
Okay.
You only had 2 HP left, or 2 stamina left, so you can only gain 2 power. Okay. That is kind of a weird one to get used to.
Yeah.
It took 5 damage, or however much damage. But,
Right.
So now she is dazed.
Okay. Bummer.
Okay. And then I'm going to stay right on that point, because I need to try to get something.
Cool.
Actually, we are gonna move just so that we are as far over as we possibly can be.
That's a good idea.
And still grabbing it. So hopefully I can go for that book next turn. Alright.
So she's dazed, so we're gonna go She-Hulk, because...
Yeah.
Duh.
You could go Gamora.
I could go Gamora.
You do have that book. Let's see if... I don't think you're within range to blast.
And if she... moves...
Well, I guess, I don't know. If we remove this quick, she would have line of sight because you can draw a line. Okay, so she's just out of range.
Okay.
But she has long movement, so she could move over. Like, she can definitely get within range to be holding that other objective and attack him.
The other tactical thing is, can She-Hulk throw?
That was my thought.
Yeah, so if she moves 3 She-Hulk up, yeah, she can.
Yeah. Alright, let's go She-Hulk then.
Oh, yeah, very realistically, if you didn't knock him out but still threw him with She-Hulk, you could get him within range of her super other God Killer ability. Good call.
All right. Cool. Oh, Dagna, enjoy your dinner. Cool.
You know he's gonna too, because he cooks amazing stuff.
Literally, it's crazy. Okay. Now I gotta figure out what I want to do. I think I'm gonna go with the defense rests.
I would.
Right? Because that's...
Go big or go home, you know?
That was my thought. Jesus, if I could pick up the dang tokens. Alright, so let's do 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. So you got a crit in there.
Bam.
How many do you think?
7?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you and Chuck, whenever I film, it's always Tim and Chuck playing, and you guys go so fast, and you're like, oh yeah, okay. And I'm like, wait, I don't understand where you're getting these numbers from.
It took me being able to play this game on stream literally weekly to get there. So he has 4 defense against physical. He did 7 though. So I would have to crit on like a lot of these. I crit on 2. All right, so we're already blocking 3 out of the 7. This isn't awful. And we block 2 more.
All right.
So we block 5 out of the 7. We take 2.
And to back up one more step, when Captain Marvel took damage, you get to allocate a power to somebody who hasn't got power this round.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Cool.
Yeah, I would do it to her because I believe you, even though you've used both of your actions to move up and get there, you could probably
I can
throw
use
me.
clear the court, right?
Yep.
Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-da-ba. Let's move.
And what does that do?
So clear the court. It can pick anyone or anything size 4 or less, and within 2, and throw it medium.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna chuck ya.
Get me re-familiar with that building that I got so close to before.
But
Good night, Felix!
good night, Felix. He's the best. He's the best. Okay. So I want like.
So what you do is you put the ruler flat down, make it easier for you to figure out. Then you move it straight through the middle of the ruler. Yep.
Okay, and then when he collides with that corner, it stubs his toe, and he takes another damage.
And stops.
Stubbing your toe is the most painful thing, and I've had 2 kids.
Yeah.
So I
So
can attest to that.
He takes the damage and gains another power.
Nice. So she's activated. And last we're gonna go Gamora.
Yep.
She's gonna use her book. So just 2.
Yep.
Man, not as impressive as Black Widow one.
Yeah. I mean, Black Widow, obviously the MVP.
Yes.
Alright, so we have 4 energy defense against us. Hopefully we should do pretty okay here. We did block both of them.
Okay.
But now, will probably come the real pain when you use that super move there at the...
And from the defense rests, you are slow and stunned.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Slowed and stunned. So stunned is the thing where I only gain 1 damage, or 1 power from damage taken. And slowed is I can only move small when I advance.
Alright. I kind of want to use Cosmic Assassin.
Do it. It is so awesome.
Right? So, do I have to pick Pierce or Rapid Strike, or is it both?
You get both.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got the power, so I'm going to spend the power. Ha!
This was the one
Good Lord.
ability I was really hoping to use with her all game last time, and
Right.
just wasn't able to pull it off, so I'm actually super excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, so, what is it? Wild Pierce? Change one of the defending characters' attack, wild, or defense results to a blank.
Yep.
And then after this attack is resolved, this character may make an additional Cosmic Assassin attack without paying the power cost.
Yeah.
Dang. Alright. 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, does that need a wild to pierce? Yeah,
It needs the wild to pierce, but not for the rapid fire, I don't believe.
Gotcha.
Right?
Right.
So you just get the attack regardless of what you roll. But,
Right.
So I'm rolling against 3 physical successes here. I block 1, but it's a crit. So let's see if I block more. I do. I block 2 of the 3.
Okay.
I only take 1. And I gain 1 power from that. But you're certainly chipping them away. And then you get that follow-up attack.
To do it again.
Is it again? The same attack? Or do you do Godslayer
It just
now?
says you do Cosmic Assassin attack without paying
Oh,
the power cost.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says the additional attack must target... no, never mind. Must target another character within 2 of the original target character.
That's lame.
So, okay.
All right.
Glad I read it. That's why we read.
I mean, I didn't know that, and I was looking forward to using that ability so much I would have used it wrong. All right. Well,
Cool.
still, yeah, Thor somehow still alive. And we move into the cleanup phase, where this one's going to hurt. So you have 2 books, right?
Yep.
So that's 2 victory points, so you're at 10. And then you're controlling 1, 2, 3. Oops, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're controlling 3 of these serum canisters, so that's another 3, which puts you to 13. I, on the other hand, am controlling 1 of the serum canisters.
Woo!
And that's it.
Cool.
So we move into round 4. If you get 3 victory points, you just win. All right.
Cool. Perfect, because I got to get home to my wife, you know.
Right.
Okay, so she gets...
So first thing is
Okay.
Captain Marvel flips.
To her
Okay.
injured side, yep. So you
Gotcha.
clear her damage, any status effects that she may have had.
So all of this goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Groovy.
But you keep your power.
Awesome. Even better. All that power. There's going to be so much binary.
No one woman should have all that power.
You're capped at 10 power, though, I do believe.
Yes.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Good to know. Cool. Okay.
And then the power phase happens. Cap gets 2. Ant-Man gets 2 also, actually.
She-Hulk gets 2. Black Widow gets 1.
Thor gets
Gamora
2.
gets 1. Gamora gets another.
Daredevil gets 1.
Yep, everybody on your
And Black
blue
Widow gets
circles.
another.
And She-Hulk. And Captain Marvel.
Did all those for She-Hulk. Captain Marvel can't take anymore.
Yep.
Okay.
So you gave She-Hulk 3, right? 2 for her normal 2, and then 1 for being on the point?
I don't think I gave her 1 for being on the point.
I didn't think you did either,
I
so.
don't think so.
Alright. So yeah, clear those activation tokens. I'm going to clear these daisies from all my dazed boys.
Daisy Boy recliner.
Okay. So, I mean, I feel like I've been pretty persistent in getting over to She-Hulk, hitting her and throwing her. It has not really done me any favors so far.
Yes.
And he has a lot of power. So, but he's also slowed now. And if She-Hulk hits her again with one of the powers that slows, he gets staggered.
Yes.
This is rough. This is a tough call. Versus getting just creamed again by Black Widow. So I think that we are going to... this is rough. I'm going to start Ant-Man.
Okay.
And I'm going to hitch a ride so that he can move anywhere within range 3. So effectively we're just going to go right next to Black Widow. We are going to use ant-sized uppercut. This costs nothing.
Oh, cool.
And it's a strength 6 attack, which is surprising.
Wow.
Alright, so this is strength 6 physical attack. There's 1 crit in there. So that's 5. Alright, good on you, tiny guy. So 5 successes.
Way to go. And they say that size matters. Like,
Right.
obviously.
Does that transform him too big?
It will transform him to big after the attack is resolved.
Alright. She
So,
doesn't have anything, right?
but she has mixed martial artist, so she does block 2 of that 5. So she takes 3.
Alright.
Does that daze her?
Yes, because she only has 2 health left.
Okay, so you take the 2
So
damage, you gain
true.
2 power. I gain 2 power from dealing 2 damage.
And then you can allocate another power to somebody in your team.
he is at cap now. Well, shoot. I kind of...
And you drop your book.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that thing. Here you go.
Yeah, so let's drop it within range 2 of her. I feel like I'm not going to fall for that putting on Ant-Man thing again. So we'll do it there. After the attack is resolved, I revert back to Big Boy Ant-Man. So we'll go here. And let's see if this lady here is in range 3. She is.
Ah.
We'll use, for his second action, Bullet Ant Barrage. So this is a strength. This costs 4 power to use. It's a beam 3, which I forgot he even had a beam attack. That's incredible. I don't know why.
Beam's the yellow one, right?
Beam is the like you use this and it hits anything that it
Gotcha.
touches.
Okay.
It is a physical attack.
Okay.
It is strength 7.
Sweet.
So 5, 6, 7. If the attack deals damage after this attack is resolved, the target character gains the poison and stun special condition.
She is immune to poison.
Okay. So, looking for only stuns here. Not stellar. 3
All right.
against Captain Marvel's physical.
Come on, baby.
Oh, there's a crit.
There.
All right. So you block 1 out of the 3. You take 2 damage.
Okay.
And Ant-Man is activated.
And you can allocate a additional power to somebody
Oh, yeah.
else. She-Hulk already got one.
She already got one, so Gamora gets it.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Now I've got choices to make.
Yeah. You go for Cap, try to flip him. He's got 4 damage left on this side.
Right.
You could go for Daredevil, potentially kill him before he activates at all. You could grab one of those Montesi formulas and try to attack him. Maybe you're in the range of that. I think you probably could. She does have an attack which staggers. Her Cosmic Punch or something, or Rocket Punch.
Yeah, Rocket Punch.
You have more than enough power to use it. You could binary form, get extra defense and attack, move up there, obliterate him, and pick up the thing. Because if you don't kill him, you're going to stagger him, so he's only going to get 1 action.
Right.
Or try to do the same thing to Captain America. Take him out, make him dazed so he doesn't get an action. You can pretty much blow up anybody you want here.
There are just too many choices.
Or try to blow up Thor.
So, I think...
Oh, and he's flipped.
because hers is immediate, so that's not... Is that enough to... I'm allowed to measure, like, in...
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so that's... No, she won't be able to get to that. Okay.
Well, she can, because she only has to be within range 1 of it. So remember that her base would absolutely be there.
Gotcha. And then the truck doesn't block line of sight to him, right?
It does
maybe
for
it
her
does
because she's 2.
Because she's 2.
Yeah.
Brick.
What you could do is, what size terrain does Danvers Special let you throw?
Size 3.
You could throw it first, and then we'll block your line of sight when you move over there.
That's true.
And that's a power, right? So it doesn't even burn action.
Correct.
Alright, let's try that. Let's do this. Alright, so we're going to spend... Wait. Yeah, because they're not actions, so I can just do them whenever.
The superpowers? Yep.
Yes. Alright, so...
Unless it says action, which it does not on that one.
Burn that. We're going to throw the truck.
Alright, so it
At
collides with Cap. It is destroyed. It does 4 damage. And he's got to try to block as much of this as he can. If he blocks nothing, he's just dazed. Alright. So we blocked 2 so far, and we got a crit. Turns into another crit, so we blocked 3 of the 4. That's super lucky. I wasn't expecting that, but he still takes the damage. That gets him closer, ever closer, to being dazed.
Closer and closer.
So now he's got 3 left.
Alright. I'm going to spend 5 to put her in binary form.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I'm gonna move her to pick up the book. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Boop. And then spend 1 to interact with it.
And then all day you'll have good luck. You did put an activation token instead of a power token on her, though.
Thank you.
Yep.
Did I?
Yeah, you should have 2 left.
Okay. You guys are better at math than I am. And then I just like to use the book.
I mean, you might as well.
I'm gonna-
It does 6 damage.
And it costs 0 power, but her energy blast is only 4 damage for also 0 power.
But she can re-roll as many dice in that as she wants.
That's true.
So do you want to roll 8 dice with the Montesi book, because you are in binary form, and roll 2 extra dice,
Right.
but not re-roll any of it? Or roll 6 dice and be able to re-roll anything you want that's not a skull.
I like that. But I don't want skulls. Skulls are not good.
Right, because you can't
Right.
re-roll them.
Except
you
for
can
skulls.
re-roll
I thought you meant
anything
I
but
would want to,
skulls.
like, go for skulls. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want at all. Okay, so, yeah. So I'll use her energy blast.
Okay.
2, 4, and then her additional 2 for 6.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right, so I'm going to do that.
So
Should I
roll
do
the
that
crit
one?
first.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Okay.
But then you can re-roll anything that you want
So-
outside those skulls. Yep. All right.
All right, so
So
4.
4.
I think statistically that was probably the best idea. I know nothing of statistics. I teach English. I don't even know. It just sounds good to say. Statistically
that
speaking.
is the right statistical analysis.
Yep. All right, so he has 4 energy defense. Let's see how much of this we can block. 2. So we block 2. We take 2 damage, which puts us 1 away from being dazed. That was very close to sealing the deal. And he gains 2 power.
All right. And I get a power 2 from doing that
Yes,
energy blast. So even better to use that instead of the item.
So yeah, that was the right call, because if you rolled that many skulls and not being able to re-roll those
Right.
other ones.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool,
Okay,
cool.
so she is activated, and now I don't want to move off that to attack you.
Right.
Ugh.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh no, I should have waited. But then, like, if you move off, then you don't get that. So you could swap and get a point from that or get a point from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're in a rough spot here. All right, so I think... What do? We go Thor next? Because everyone over here is dazed or activated, so these are the guys I have to worry about right now. So we are going to do that. Let's activate Thor. We'll start with... Let's start with God of Thunder.
So I'm not sure if you've seen this strategy, Tim.
Yeah.
But you have to prevent 2...
I have to prevent a ton, yes. I have to prevent both of those from scoring.
Well, She-Hulk represents 3? Oh no, Gamora represents 3. Or 2 points.
2 points.
So...
I absolutely have to daze Gamora here.
Yeah.
So we are going to start out with God of Thunder. This is costs 6 power. It's a strength 7 energy attack.
Woof.
With nothing special on it.
Okay.
So let's see what we can do. Alright, 2 crits. And the good old Tim France, 3 skulls and 2 blanks. Alright. This isn't going to do it, but there's... Out of 9 dice, 3 successes.
Wow.
And this is against your energy defense.
So she has martial prowess. So when the character is targeted by an attack within 2, which I believe we are in 2,
Yep.
It may use this superpower. Instead of rolling dice equal to its defense, it rolls 5 defense dice.
Yep.
So I'm gonna spend the power to do that. 2, 4, 5. Tree. Balls. So just 1. Would have been a great attack roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bummer. Alright,
But you block 1, right?
Yeah. So
you
how
only
much?
take 2.
2. Oop.
Okay, now everything comes down to literally this attack. So we're going to strike you with our second action. This is a strength 6 attack, physical, that has a throw attached on a wild, which I did not roll. Ugh. Alright. 3 physical.
Okay.
Can you use martial prowess more than once, or is it only once a turn?
It doesn't say only once per turn.
Okay.
So, we'll try that again.
Whew, that hurt. That was rough.
1, 2.
You blocked 2 out of the 3, so you only take 1 damage. But you gain a power from it.
So it's worth it.
And then...
And you can throw down 2 more power for...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Alright, it all comes down to this. We are Avengers affiliation, which I've been forgetting apparently the entire game. So we're only going to spend 2 power for Strongest Avenger, in which we are going to pick up this building and throw it at Gamora. We really need this to work.
Woof.
So we're going to throw it at you.
Okay.
For 4 damage. You
Yikes.
roll your physical defense against it.
Woof. Nope.
Okay.
All right.
So you take 3 damage.
Wow.
Is that enough?
So she only has 2 left.
Okay, so you take
yes.
just the 2. You gain 2 power from it.
Okay.
And you drop the book. I don't have enough power to pick this up. And She-Hulk doesn't have one yet. So if I drop it close to me so I could pick it up next turn, She-Hulk could just pick it up, move back, and win the game. So we're going to get it as far away from her and me.
Gamora.
Oh, it has to be from Gamora. Yeah, so let's really send it out.
Woof.
No one's going to get it. Thor doesn't like books. Ooh, all right. I think I bought myself around. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. So he is activated.
All right.
And you are up.
So Gamora's dazed, so she can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
So you only have She-Hulk to activate
Yeah,
left.
because she's dazed
Black
too.
Widow and Gamora are dazed. Yep. The benefit here is that I will be going last.
Right.
So priority is going to switch to you, so you
Okay.
will start next round.
Cool.
Assuming you don't win here.
All right. So I think I'm just going to move her to the other side of this so that I'm within 3 of you.
Yep.
And then I can do the defense rests.
Does She-Hulk have any movement or charges or jumps? Or
No, she does not. So
No.
she just has that aggressive style trait where when she takes damage, she does it. But
Right.
she can defense rest here and then potentially also throw Thor. The super big brain move would be to do that if she doesn't kill Thor here, to throw Thor into Gamora. Gamora is dazed and can't take damage from the collision.
Right.
But Thor sure can.
That's true. That is true. All right, I'm going to spend my 5 to do defense rests. 4, 6, 8, 9. One thing that hang on, I can't do this at the same time.
Ooh, that's a great
1,
roll.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Okay. I wish that I hadn't isolated She-Hulk so much because she has the legal defense where if an allied character is within
The
2,
bodyguard.
then
Yep.
yeah, so that's pretty cool, and I haven't been able to use that.
That is one of the things that I think makes She-Hulk the scariest, in that normally I want to avoid her completely. I don't want her to have power. I don't want her to be near my people. But the fact that I could be targeting somebody else and she just gets in the way
absolutely
is super good. So, all right. So we're rolling against, you did 6 here.
Yep.
Ooh. All right. So I need to block 2 of these to not die.
Okay.
We blocked 1 of them. We take 5 out of the 6, and Thor is dead.
Oh, sorry, Thor.
Gone. Whew. Okay, well done.
Cool.
So now... Oh, you moved first, right? So that was both actions.
Right, yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's it for me.
All right, so we're going to go... So you're scoring 1 next turn. All of your dudes are gone or have used or been used.
Captain Marvel can't, even though she's got this, right?
Oh, she will score a point.
Yeah, okay.
Score 2.
So, yeah, so she's scoring 2. So I need to get that book off of Captain Marvel. I need to pick up and prep for next turn so that I can hopefully do as much damage as possible. So let's start with Captain America. We are going to... What are the chances I'm within range 2?
Oh, yep.
I'm good.
I'd say so.
Not by much, but we're good. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with a shield slam again. This costs 2 power to use.
Reduced by 1?
It's a attack, not a superpower.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, yes. So this is strength 6. I can throw you small afterwards. Wow! Alright.
Wow. Okay.
That's a good roll.
There you go.
Even better.
All
So
right.
that is 6 physical.
Dang.
Remember that you do roll 2 extra because you're in binary form.
3, 4, 5. Thank you.
Alright, so you block 2 out of the 6.
Were any of those a wild?
I had 1 wild.
It's on energy if
Yeah.
attack
Energy, okay.
yep. So you take 4.
Okay.
What's your health at on this side?
So that would be it for her. So
She's at 5 on this side?
She's at 6. So I've got 2 already. So she takes 4. That's 6 total.
Oh, she had 2 already.
She
Sorry.
had 2 already.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yep. So I didn't expect that. Okay.
All right.
So she's dead or spaghetters.
Boop.
We go 1 for 1.
Do you want me
As
to
far as
leave this
skills?
here?
1 second so we
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just measure this.
Rip.
So we're going to drop this here,
Sorry, Carol.
right on Capper.
All right.
And then he's going to pick it up.
Now he's going to have that good luck.
Yeah. And he is activated. And we're going to leave him right there.
Was that 2? I thought it was 1. You just attacked.
Hmm?
Wasn't that your first attack?
Yep. I'm not going to take another action. I need
Right,
to be
yeah.
on that point.
Gotcha.
Because, yeah, if I move... yeah, you're right. Because so I guess the play here is to just try to continually to deny as much as I can to get more rounds out of it. So, yep, we're gonna move. So that we're closer next round. Okay, so he's activated, so Daredevil is next. Do I think that Ant-Man could kill Black Widow alone next turn?
She should.
She's got a ton of power, though.
She does. That is true.
Does Daredevil have Wall Crawler? He does! So he can move right over that. So we're going to spend 1. We're going to pick up a book on Daredevil. We are going to move him medium. Oh, he moves long. He's a long donger. I did not know that. Just going to move this.
Yep.
Going to move him right at the big and bad. Is that what I want to do? It's too late now. And he has that book. I don't think he's
I
within
forgot
range
when
3.
She took damage to do that.
So let's just send it, I think.
Yeah.
And we're going to send it right over here.
Leaving your options open.
Somewhat. Then, we are on his injured side, which he's on now. He has Devil of Hell's Kitchen. This character may immediately perform an attack with a power cost of 0 against an enemy within range 2. After the attack is resolved, if the attack roll contains any skulls, this character suffers 1 damage. This superpower can only be used once a turn. So, I believe I'm within range 2 of her.
Yep.
I'm going to spend 2 to use that. And I'm going to use the book. because it is a 0 power attack that I
Yeah.
have currently. So this is going to be 6 energy.
Yes.
Ooh, but you have 4 defense
I do.
against energy. Do I want to use that, or do I want to use Baton Hook? She is size 3,
Yes.
so I can't push her. I could stun her with a strike, but yeah, let's go for the strike. So we're going to use strike.
Okay.
I gain power equal to the damage dealt, and on a wild, I stun. Okay. Hello there.
Wow.
So that's
Look at you.
5 successes so far with 2 crits, turning into 1 more. Wow, well done. 6
All right.
damage against your physical.
I'm on 3. So,
Ooh, okay. So you take 6.
cool.
He gains 6 power.
Okay.
You are... I didn't roll a wild, so you're not stunned.
Okay.
Okay, I wasn't expecting to do that well. What are you at?
10, 13.
Okay.
Take that.
And if you did want to be aggressive here and move off that point, you can. I'll allow it.
You know, you're super generous, but
I mean, it is your first game, so I just, want to give you every opportunity.
how much power do I get from that?
You get 6.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Next turn's going to hurt. And
I'm bringing the hurt.
And priority switching this turn, too, so you're going to go first.
Yeah, I am.
All right, so that's his activation. We go into the cleanup phase.
Cool.
I am... Oh, yeah, thank you. I have priority, so we'll score mine first.
Okay.
I am holding 2 books for 2 victory points, and I am holding 1 serum canister for a 3rd.
Cool.
You are holding 0 books because, as we know, as in real life, you hate books.
I do.
So you score no book points, but you do have a serum canister with She-Hulk, so you gain 1.
Cool.
So it comes down to, can you score 2 victory points in round 5?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Back to the power phase.
All right.
Back.
So first things first, I flip these dudes, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Whoop. And you go away. Everybody loves the narration,
And if they
right?
did have any status effects on them, they're now gone.
All right. So that includes dazed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Daredevil is at max power, so he gains nothing during the power phase.
3, 6, 7,
Thor.
8, 9, 10. And it's 10 across the board as max for power.
Nope, just on any single character.
That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So She-Hulk's got 10, so that's it.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ant-Man is holding a point, so he gets 2. Captain is not,
She
so he only gets
'cause
1.
She's there. And then
Black Widow gets 2,
one.
and Gamora gets 2.
Yep. All right.
Priority switches hands. You choose who you want to go first. If you wanted to pass, you couldn't. Oh, and oh yeah, never mind. I was going to say, She-Hulk does gain another one for being on the point, but she was already at cap.
She's at the cap. So, how many does Ant-Man have left?
So he is at full on the injured side, so
Okay.
he has 5
Gotcha.
damage left on this side.
Gotcha.
Captain America has 1, and Daredevil is also at full on this side and has 6 left.
Okay.
So really, you only need to secure 2 victory points here.
Right.
So that is getting a book and a point, or 2 points, or going for overkill and getting all of them.
I'm not going to be greedy. I'm fine with just getting 2 points. But I know if I have Gamora pick up that book and get on that point, then you're just going to flock over there
Yes.
like a flock of seagulls.
Yep.
So...
Yeah, so this is tough. So I do think you want to use Gamora last.
Yeah.
I think the safest bet is maybe She-Hulk trying to take out Daredevil, but also not moving, so she remains on that point.
Right.
Because Daredevil is going to be the one that's going to try to take She-Hulk out.
My 2 cents is you activate She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
You double move her to Gamora's objective.
Oof.
Because they'd have to attack.
And
She-Hulk
it creates
instead of Gamora.
it creates a chess thing where like Tim has to deal with them.
Right.
And if it's, I don't know if you can pick up the book, but maybe you could pick up the book with She-Hulk. But She-Hulk can bodyguard for Gamora.
Having her there as the bodyguard.
That's
so you
actually a
can use
wicked
that.
good idea.
Yeah.
And then I could still do clear the court and throw Daredevil just to be a pain in the dick.
Yep. To guarantee that I don't get... So I can't just sit there and attack and attack. Yep.
Alright. Cool. Let's do this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
This is my medium thing.
Now you can move through characters freely.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as we're aware, yep.
You just can't land on her, so.
Gotcha. So we'll move right here. And then...
Whew. All right.
So I could attack him and then do clear the court.
You could also just clear the court and move again to get that objective.
Well, she's already moved. To clear the court's the attack, right?
No,
Or
clear the court
throw?
is the
yeah.
the throw.
Yeah, you could do that. Ooh, then I would have to take She-Hulk out. Ugh. All right.
All right, so can I do... So I'm going to do clear the court, I'm going to chuck you, and then I'm going to go get the book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And can you read clear the court? Is it
Sure.
away or is it any direction?
It just says choose an interactive terrain feature or enemy character, both of size 4 or less, and within 2, and throw it medium.
Okay.
So, and it says this superpower can be used only once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I do this from your base?
Yep. You
Okay.
measure from me.
That's the most
Yeah, that's the right call.
asinine way to do it. Boop. I'm gonna move her here. Take the book.
Ooh.
And spend that, and then I still have... Sorry, I didn't spend the 3 for clear the court. Alright.
All right. Okay. So. Huh. Alright, so we're going to activate Ant-Man. We are going to... Bullet Ants. Black Widow. This costs 4 power. This is a strength 7 physical attack.
Wow!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eat these ants. That is a lot of skulls.
Woof.
So 2 out of 7 ain't bad. I think is that Meatloaf song. So defend against 2 physical. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can block more if you want to, but
Yeah.
you've already done it.
Can
Yeah,
she
you
do
can marshal it.
Counter-Strike?
Yep.
Or the...
Yeah, no, you're right. I
Counter-Strike.
forgot
If the attacker is within 3, roll 4 dice. Okay. Sorry. Deal 1 for each.
crit and wild. So you
Yeah.
deal 1.
Cool.
And boop.
She just backslapped you.
And boop. Then we are going to spend 4 to do it again. And hopefully, I mean, I'd honestly appreciate just rolling average on this one.
Yeah.
7 dice for bullet ants. There's a crit at least.
There you go.
Above average.
There you go.
All right. So that is 5 successes physical.
Alright. 2 up.
Oh, those all count as successes.
Yes, they do. Yep.
So out of the 5, you block 3. You only take 2.
Cool.
Because you take damage, though, you are now poisoned and stunned.
Oh no!
I have a poison kind of thing.
2, 3,
you could get
4,
an additional
5,
power to somebody else.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, she's capped, so I'll give that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give it to Gamora.
Poisoned and stunned. I don't actually know what stun is. I think it's that. Or is that dazed?
We're gonna...
This is stunned.
Whatever.
Yeah, just wing it.
Yeah.
That's why we're professional casual.
Right.
Anthony is the Dark Horse Tactician.
He sure is.
All right, so he is activated. I am going to use that last power that you gave me from counterattack. Oh, are you counterattacking a second time, by any chance? Or can
Yeah,
you only
you
use
know
that
what?
once a turn?
It doesn't say.
Yeah.
So why the heck not? I got it.
Gets him closer to killing him. You might as well. Nothing, but... Alright, then we are going to... You pay 1 to change size. So we can be smaller and hard to hit.
Bitty baby.
And go right in the middle. Except I'm small now. Tim, you idiot.
You lost it.
What a dummy.
There we go.
JK. Alright.
It is activated. Boom.
So, Black Widow, first turn, I have to shake this down.
No. So,
okay.
that's stagger.
Okay.
What stun does is whenever you would gain power from any source, or
Okay.
I think it's maybe just attacks, you only gain 1 instead of however much you would normally gain.
So her number of moves is not impinged.
Nope.
Okay.
You could shake if you wanted to, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah, probably double shake. Get rid of both of those statuses, you know what I mean? Just play it safe.
Shake it. Why not?
Yeah.
You know? Okay. I'm gonna try and... I'm gonna make you make some tough decisions. I'm gonna move her. She moves long.
Yeah, she does. Oh, this is exactly what you should do. I don't appreciate this. I play against other people named Cole, and I'm like, they won't make the smart call. But then this happens.
Then this happens. I'm the smart Cole.
Ugh.
Dan's very smart.
Okay. So now I gotta choose between trying to get her off of that or trying to kill She-Hulk, both of which have to happen. I think you just secured the win here. So, what do we do?
Oh, Dan said he was just thinking the same moves, but you don't do them, hun. You don't do them.
All right. We're going to go balls to the wall here. Go big or go home. So we're going to move Daredevil right up. Front and center-ish, but not really.
Like awkwardly too close behind you in the grocery store.
Just so that we're turning
Like-
that just a little bit. So we're just like, boop,
Okay.
booping it.
Boopity boop boop.
All right. So now we're going to use the Montesi thing
Oof.
to hit both of you.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Gamera.
Okay.
Is that how I want to do this? I think so. All right. So this is Strength 6, starting with Gamora. Look at those skulls! Tim, what are you doing? That is 4 skulls! Block 1 energy. Gamora,
All
bet
right.
you can't. You can just overkill it and martial prowess that.
I'm gonna martial prowess this guy.
Ugh.
She has so much energy.
She might as well.
I mean,
Chances of her blocking it completely, which she did, are very high, so I take 2 damage back. Ugh. Alright. So, and now on She-Hulk. This. Wow. Wow. Alright, She-Hulk, try to block 1 against energy with your 4 dice. No way you can do it. Oh. Maybe you can.
maybe I can.
Oof. Okay. So, that was a whole lot of nothing. Let's spend 2 power for Devil of Hell's Kitchen. And let's use... Oof. Okay. Let's use Devil of Hell's Kitchen, or Devil's Deliverance, with that Devil of Hell's Kitchen power. So we are going... Oh no, it has to cost 0. Shoot. Alright, let's... We did 6 damage to She-Hulk before
Yes.
with just a regular old strike, and she is stunned. So, no, she's not. I didn't roll wild.
Yep.
Let's try it again. Let's
All
see
right.
what happens.
Cool.
We're gonna strike her. We need to pull this off. So, strength 5, physical attack. Look at those skulls. All right,
Woo!
defend against 2. She-Hulk. Bet you can't.
Ah, frick.
Told ya.
Close. All right.
So you take 2
Cool.
damage. I gain 2 power. That is it. He is activated.
All right.
Oofers. So how much does she have left now?
5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. She's got 5 left.
Oof. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna activate Gamora.
Don't do it. Don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna move her down to this guy.
I mean, you could attack first, then move.
You're right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just rub it in. And then you can pick up the book before you go over there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's go with the Cosmic Assassin, because why not? 2, 4, 6.
Ooh, there you go. So you got a pierce and a crit, so you can re-roll another thing.
I got 2 pierces, right? It doesn't matter.
So
though. They don't stack.
here's the awesome thing.
Okay.
They might read it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Change one of the defending characters, blah, 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 results to a blank.
Does it say for
this
each or
this
just
pierce
one?
is just
one.
Just the one.
But you are the best there is at what you do, so for each wild you also change a blank or a die roll to a crit
to an
or a
attack
hit.
roll. Yeah.
You do that for each wild. I
For
think.
each wild, yeah.
So you can turn those 2 blanks into hits. So that is
Okay.
a lot. That's all successes.
7.
Yep. Well, no, she had crits in there too. How many dice is the attack normally?
6.
And then 2, so that's 8. Ugh. All right. All right, watch this. Watch me block 8 on 3 dice. You ready for this? Get ready, world. Ba-boom! There's the skull. I blocked 1. He's dead. Boom! Ah! I needed that. I needed that guy there.
And then boop.
You could have picked the book too before you left.
Yeah, if you want to, I drop it. You choose where it lands within range 2 of me, and then pick it up if you want.
Might as well.
Oof.
All right.
All right, so I got Captain America left.
He's the best Avenger.
Yeah, he needs to kill 2 people. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not getting out of this, so we might as well just go for a 100% kill ratio on She-Hulk.
Okay.
So let's...
Entirely possible, honestly.
It might happen. How much do I need to do?
5.
Ugh. And energy would be the good one to do it on, and she has 4 defense against that.
And there's a giant donut in your way.
And there's a giant donut in my way. But, as they say, go big or go home.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so
Yep.
let's send her out.
So we're going to move a medium. You might not even be able to get in range. Whoop! Ah!
Oh, he's got it. You could totally get there.
Yes. All right. Big chucks, no whammies. See if you have anything that could help here. Nope. All right. So we need to roll minimum of 5 successes. And she needs to roll a maximum of 0 successes.
Yes.
We can do this. All right, let's go! 2 skulls out of the gate. Block it against 2. No way you can. No way you can roll as many successes as I roll skulls per roll.
Let's see.
Ah, all right. So you only block 1. Take 1, nerd. And then we go to the cleanup phase. Right?
Yes.
Yep. And you score 2 books. Then you score 3 points. Not only do you crush me, you exceed the victory point value needed by an additional 3. Well done. A great first game.
Yeah.
And a full round to spare.
And a full round to spare. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I just get the job done.
Right.
I just go in. Why mess around
Yeah.
for, 3 hours?
Why dick around editing on single track when you can just start with multi-track?
Just start on multi-track.
Danny Cole, honestly, the overachiever of the
you.
Professional Casual
Thank
Network.
you. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, all right, come over here.
All right.
So what do you think?
This was so much fun. Don't tell Dan. But this was really awesome. thank you for walking me through it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you would have been a little more savage if I weren't learning, but...
I decided to not go savage for the first round, and then I was trying to win the rest of it. But, so, what were your favorite parts? What didn't you like? Who were your favorite characters to use?
So, my only issue is that I like every character on the table. Like, I normally, like, in Tabletop Warhammer, it's like, oh, I hate those guys, so, like, I want to get rid of them.
Exactly.
But, like, I love all these characters. Like, so that was, like, the hardest part. I was nervous about the dice, but that was, you know, you picked that up pretty quickly. Same thing with the tokens, but again, it's just, the volume is very intimidating.
Yes.
But it's really not that bad. Like, literally, if I can pick this up, anybody can.
Well, the cool thing about the tokens, too, is when you're building your team, you know which tokens you are personally going to be using.
Right. Yeah, Dan sent me with some in a lunchbox, and I never even took them out.
Yeah.
He tried, though. He tried really hard.
But really, literally, every one of your characters shined. Black Widow just decimated.
She did awesome.
Daredevil and Ant-Man. At 2 threat, literally a third of what She-Hulk cost.
Yeah.
But She-Hulk also did work.
Yeah.
Really, everyone did.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that was really cool. I think next time I'll go more, like, I would love to run Thor, do like an Asgardians list, Thor, Valkyrie, Hela. Like, that would be really, really
and
cool.
Especially with Angela and Enchantress out now, too. So, yeah. And Angela is another one that's, like, just diesel. Moves all over the board, long movement. You attack her and I think she moves. All of her attacks also move her. She is just super mobile.
That's super cool.
We're really excited to try her out.
I think your input in the group chat with me and Dan when we were talking about, like, who I was going to run and what we were going to do, and you were like, we need to keep this basic, which I completely agree with. Like, watching you and Chuck play, and, like, when he was doing, like, the Web Boys, all of that, like, crazy movement and stuff, like, I'm not ready for that yet. This was, like, a good basic, just, you know, some hard hitters.
Well, and this also was this is more complicated than the beginner scenario that they suggest, too. We didn't use tactics cards, but you had a lot of stuff going on. You had rapid fire attacks going off. You had a lot of reactions. Your affiliation abilities, one that, thank God Anthony was here, because I was constantly forgetting, too.
Same. Yep, Anthony helped a lot with that. So thanks, Anthony. Camera guy, Anthony.
But yeah, so next week will be me and Dan. I don't know if Dan had any plans or machinations yet on what he wanted to run. But one of us is certainly going to try to get Angela or Enchantress on the field.
Do you know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
She-Hulk.
No.
With Long on her tail.
Ugh, that would be super frustrating. And a med pack. And I mean, yeah, honestly, She-Hulk in Defenders with being backed up by Doctor Strange and Wong just constantly pouring healing into him. You can't attack the healers because she's going to bodyguard against it.
Yep.
That would be brutal. But yeah, so as always, thank you to Bearded Dragon Games and Hobbies. Check them out at beardeddragongames.online using code PROFESSIONALCASUAL at checkout to get free domestic shipping on all of your gaming goodness. Pick up your own Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. Enchantress, Angela, and She-Hulk just came out. They're brand spanking new. They're up on the site. Go get them because I'm terrified of them. Also, make sure to check out everything here on the Professional Casual Network. Mondays today dropped Lost Omens.
That's me.
Pathfinder 2 2nd Edition, Dungeons & Dragons podcast actual play. That has Dani, that has me, that has Throlash Gaming himself, Taylor, Ben Relaford of the Cartoncast, as well as The Watchtower, which comes out Fridays. First episode drops this week, and that is a deep dive into the Justice League cartoon.
I'm really excited about that.
He is so good. He takes just really kind of general stuff and just gets into it so far in the psychology of the characters and the creators and the writers. It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Really good.
I'm going to listen to it for sure.
Tomorrow is Tuesday. Wednesday, though, we're going to have a bunch of stuff dropping on the Patreon, including a new vlog, including throughout the week, all the videos from all of our podcasts are on there. It's a great place. You can sign up for as little as $1, get access to the Discord, hang out with all of our favorite friends like Dagna and Lemmy and Wargaming Dad. They're all there.
Yeah.
Why aren't you? Only costs $1. You can join the Big Chucker tier for $3 a month. Get your own Big Chucker membership card as well as any video that Chuck puts on the Patreon. That is vlogs, that is the Marvel Crisis Protocol monthly show. Wait, did I roll a wild?
I can be on that show now.
You can!
Wow. The big boys.
We also streamed our first episode of the flagship show on Twitch last Friday. That will be going up on the YouTube soon, as well as maybe a podcast version for our friends on Patreon as well. Thursdays is the Big, the Bold, the Beautiful Grim podcast of Perilous Adventure, run and hosted and GM'd by our own Dan Cole. We are just about to close out the first book of the Enemy Within Adventure Path. This is probably the best written adventure path. Honestly, I'm a huge D&D nerd. There is nothing that I've ever played in both Pathfinder 3.5, 4th, or 5th edition that compares to the level of intrigue and storytelling that are in the Enemy Within campaign. We are about to finish book 1. Check that out Thursdays. Videos on the Patreon. Check out the TikTok at Professional Casual to get clips of both that and Lost Omens. And Elite 8 Showdown, which is on Fridays with Big Chuck and myself, where we take 8 teams in a bracket or whatever. Some might call it a bracket challenge. The subject could be anything and everything. We fight them out, we argue, we unleash our feelings, and we talk about things that honestly we should be talking about with our loved ones, but we don't. We save it for there when we're angry and a little tipsy.
And it's cheaper than therapy.
And it's a lot cheaper than therapy. So check that out every Friday. Video also goes up on the Patreon for that every Friday as well. And then Sunday, right here on the Twitch, check out a Grim stream of Perilous Lore with Dan Cole. Honestly, the place to see Dan in his element. Danny was on last week's episode. The podcast version of that goes up on the Patreon on Wednesdays. And on YouTube, it goes up a week later on the YouTube. Danny was on this past week, so make sure to check out her this Sunday when that episode drops on YouTube. And then at 3 p.m., check Dan out here. Maybe a guest, maybe not. I don't know. Kind of does his own thing because he's... and
because he can.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a pun that could put Dan... It wasn't going to work.
Yeah,
But
he's a one-man
Isn't there also
show
a deal going on through February?
there is! So, starting, I don't know, right now, through the month of February, if you join the Patreon at patreon.com/professionalcasual at the $10 tier or above, you can create an NPC for Dan's Southlands campaign. Super cool name coming later, but that will be a Patreon exclusive show. We have the cast ready. It's got Tim France. It's got Danny Cole. It's got Alexander P. Nelson of A Grim Podcast of Perilous Adventure. He plays Carl, as well as a new face, which you haven't seen yet, and you'll only be able to see on the Patreon. But at the $10 tier or above, whether you're there now or whether you're there next month, new or old, you get to make that NPC. Dan's going to shove it into the campaign and make sure that it gets all of the attention that it deserves. Be a part of history as we go through the Southlands.
Yeah.
Should be pretty exciting.
And he's not one of those, like, you'll make an NPC and it'll just be like a person who's sitting at the bar when we go in. Like, if you create an NPC, it will actually be a character whom we interact with as the party. It's totally worth it.
Actually involved in the story.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's so excited about it. Oh my gosh, it's cute. He's super pumped.
But I'm super pumped for that too. I'm really excited.
Ah.
But yeah, that I believe is everything. We have a ton of stuff going on. Check out professionalcasual.com where you can find every latest episode of podcasts, new and old. You can check out our giveaways. You can check out info on the merch store. We also give away an item from the merch store every month to a Patreon backer of the $5 tier and above. We have some new cool Lost Omens stuff coming out there. Make sure to check that out. And yeah, as always, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/professionalcasual, Twitter at Top Tier Casual, Instagram at The Professional Casual, and always make sure to hit us up here and shoot us an email over at theprofessionalcasual@gmail.com. Check us out next week for me and Dan, and the week after, Throlash will be here. So come back for that.
I'll get to film that one.
Yes.
Yay!
And let's say in 1 month, Dani will be back.
I'll come back.
And we'll try out tactics cards.
Okay.
So if you are learning to play, honestly, a great time. You check this out here. You know the basics now.
Yep.
Come back for some advanced stuff when Dani's back next time.
Cool.
Bye.